I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jonathan. We're created for learning.
Today we're going to talk about international travel with kids and how to stay connected with people back home.
If you're the kind of family who wants to go on vacation overseas to completely disconnect from people while you're gone, then this conversation might be for your friends so you can share it with them. But if you've got grandparents back home or little BFFs who would love to talk to the kiddos about the fun they're having while it's fresh on their minds, because let's face it, they forget some of the really fun things one day later, then let's talk about how we tried.
The internet. As much as it seems like you can get it everywhere these days, it can still be tough sometimes. Places you'd like to have internet connection might be the place you're sleeping, like the hotel, apartment, condo, Airbnb, or the hospital.
Hopefully not the hospital on your trip.
We did make one trip to the hospital on ours. We're fine. Anyways, I didn't need internet there. Anyways, on transportation, like the plane, train, subway, bus, boat. While eating, like restaurants, coffee shops, or pubs. While planning, like we would sit there and kind of try and plan where our next place was going to be. And so we did that in like cafes, government buildings, it was a gallery, and tourist spots. And then just out in the country, around the city, where might you want internet? Who knows?
Yeah. So these are the places you're going to want to use the internet connection to possibly chat on video with family. The hotel's usually a solid Wi-Fi signal, right? So you got your iPad or whatever, and you're trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. So you'll need to plan for the time difference back home and see when you need to be at the hotel, or just plan to be up really late or really early.
For phone calls, you have a bunch of options. When you're on Wi-Fi, you can call free via WhatsApp, but those people that you're calling have to have WhatsApp, and if you're both on it though, it's awesome. You can call via Skype if you pay to put money on your account. And that's pretty easy. I think you can do like $10, and it's really cheap on Skype. Yeah. And then you can purchase an international phone and SIM card. We bought ours from a vending machine. Seriously. There was a booth that was actually selling phones, and then we realized it was way cheaper.
Way more expensive.
They were way more expensive than the ones in the vending machines, so we just tried it. So we got a phone and a SIM card. It took some figuring out, and we had to ask a local how to do it, but we got it working, and this is great for calling local locations in the area where you're traveling. Ours also came with 700 international minutes, which we could use from anywhere when we weren't on Wi-Fi. Having the local phone number was helpful to have for a few situations when people needed to call us back. And the beauty of now having the international phone is that we can use it anywhere else in the world as long as we buy a SIM card in that country.
Yeah, I think. And you could probably do better than us because we bought this in a vending machine. You could plan ahead and know that, my phone's not going to work there at all because it's a different network. You can't even just take one of their SIM cards and stick it into your phone. It won't work. It's a different network, different structure. I don't know why. I'm not an expert, but and it depending on your phone, like there's even a piece in here you can punch out for a micro SIM and all of that. So it's pretty adjustable and really slick that it just comes out of a vending machine and has a phone number and it works and everything. So now that we talked about all that, let's talk about the secret weapon that really makes all this communication even possible. Electricity. This is where it can get tricky. If you're like us, we've never thought about what kinds of power chargers we have. Right? We just have them. We use them, and we don't know, we haven't thought about them, right? So, but if you want to have electricity to communicate via your phones, laptops, tablets, iPads, all of that, you'll have to figure it out.
In the USA, the standard voltage of a power charger or power strip is 120 volts. In Europe and lots of the world, it's 240 volts.
See it right on there?
So,
see it? Right? It's right here. It says it. 120 or 110 to 240.
So you have to check each of your adapters and see if they can handle up to at least 240 volts. It's always super small print on the adapter, but it's there. On this last strip, the one thing we didn't check was a power strip. And as soon as
I grabbed it last minute. I checked everything else and I was, ooh, maybe a power strip would be great. That was the one I didn't check.
As soon as we plugged it in, it exploded inside. Smelled bad. And tripped the apartment breaker box.
Yeah. So we do highly recommend. Because
fine.
when I
It
got
was
back,
fine.
I didn't have this on this trip, but when I got back, I looked up power strips, right? So this one goes all the way up to 240 because most of the world's on 240 volts. And then it's got 4 plugs and then 4 USB plugs too, right? And so technically I can plug 8 things into this, which is pretty awesome because lots of your... Oh, but it's got this one, right? That's our next thing we have to figure out is what plug adapter code is for the region of the world you're going. You've probably never thought about this. I hadn't.
Unless you've
done this before, but yeah. I've thought about it, but not realized like, oh, okay, this is how the world works, right? So, for instance, the United States has region A and B. You recognize them, right? If you think about them, there's the 3-prong and the 2-prong. Duh, right? We have those. But then the rest of the world has all these other ones, right? So I bought this handy little kit. You know, there's all those different types. Those are the different regions all around the world, right? So United Kingdom is G, right? And you've got to find where you're going and which one you need, and then probably going to need a couple of them. So whichever one you're going to, like we took one United Kingdom one with us. We ended up buying 2 more. One of them was the wrong one. And so we got this one for £5 and it worked great. See, it's a different plug than you recognize. That's United Kingdom. And so you got to adjust for the voltage and for the type of plug. But then once you have it, it's really, really slick, right? So it's got this one right here. You know, that's a United Kingdom plug. So I plug it right into the UK wall. But then I take this United States region B thing and it just goes right into that one. But then look at all the different versatility, right? That's a weird outlet hole right there. It takes all the different kinds of plugs you could possibly want to do from any other region. So super versatile. I'll put the link down in the comments. And I don't know if we get like affiliate links for that. We're just sharing it for value, but
we don't have that set up yet.
Yeah, we don't have it set up, but we might in the future. So just know that whatever. But we're just giving it to you for value. Yeah. So to recap, remember 2 things you got to pay attention to. Check every single device and every charger out. You know, whatever batteries, all of that stuff to see if it goes up to 240 volts for around the world. And in the future, if you like international travel, you might just want to start buying only ones that go that high, so you never have to check again. So yeah, that set I got on Amazon. It was super easy. There are other ones too that are highly rated, but I ended up going with that one. Yeah, so.
The last way we tried communicating back home was through postcards. And the girls wrote and drew their own postcards, put their own stamps on them, learned how to address them, and we mailed them out. The postage costs were a little bit more than domestic, but they were worth it.
So there you have all our ideas so far about how your kids can communicate back home while traveling overseas. Oh, you know what? There's another one is they can share pictures and do comments as well, and you'll want to do that as much as you let your kids do that online. Our kids would leave comments to people and, hey, you know, grandma asked one of the girls about how it felt to be on that swing or whatever, and then you can just let them respond, and that's a good way. But you got to be on Wi-Fi to do that. So if you're enjoying these videos about all the nooks and crannies of traveling overseas with kids, click subscribe and share them with anyone you know. Check out our store for our teaching resources and all our novel units and our Grammar Ninja activities. They're all in there.
So, our conversation of the day. If you were traveling overseas with kids, are you the kind of person who would want to connect with people back at home? Are you the kind of person that would love to disconnect?
So either way, tell us why, and that's great. No fights down there, but we just love getting to know you guys in the community. So get to know each other down there, share your ideas, and keep being awesome.